And we're on Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, with a running back that is catching a lot of hype right now in the state of Arkansas. This is Isaiah Stevens. How you doing today?
Feeling great, yes, sir. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on the show today. I do want to start by asking what I always ask a player. Why football? What got you into it?
I started playing football at the age of 5, and ever since then, I just fell in love with it. I mean, when I first picked up the football, I loved it. I was like, I knew that was my sport. I wanted to play it, so ever since then, I stuck it out, and I found out that that was my sport and that I was ready to play, and that's what I wanted to do growing up, and I wanted to go to college for it and possibly play in the NFL for it. So ever since then, I just love the sport, and I've always wanted to play it.
That's awesome. And I have read a couple of different things on you. We'll actually get to that in a second, but I do have to ask before we get into the big stuff. What for you personally, when you watch your game, when you think about how good of a running back you are, why would you be great for the college level at a bigger school out there? What stands out about your game to you?
Um, the main thing that stands out about my game is my vision. I have really good vision. I mean, running the ball, it comes natural to me. I'm able to see things that most people aren't. I mean, the game slows down for me. I'm able to see things in slow motion, and it's just things that I never thought I could be able to do, but it comes to me naturally. But I think I'm ready for that, and just my speed also, and the way I'm able to catch, and I think I have all the attributes to be in college and go to a big college.
Your coach, head coach Kevin Kelly at Sheridan High School calls you the best player he's seen in 30 years. What does that mean to you? And also, what does your coach mean to you?
That means a lot to me. I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on me, but I mean, I'm able to handle that pressure, and it's surprising that he says that, but I mean, I can back it up also just by my play, and I'm going to stay humble through that play and just show everybody that he was right, and he means a lot to me. He's helped me through a lot. I mean, we done had 3 head coaches in all 3 years of high school, so for him to come and change the program around and making it, we're already making it to playoffs this week. We have a playoff game tomorrow at Mount Home. So I mean, it just means a lot to me, and he's coming and making a better program and doing right for the kids, and he wants the best for the kids, and he's just a great coach all around and a great person all around.
Isaiah, talk to me about the running back position because obviously it's got to be more than just running downfield and catching the
Yeah.
football. What makes it so unique and stand out in terms of positions on the field? And what would you say is the hardest and easiest part of the job?
Um, Really, just the running back position. I think it's a great position. I mean, some might think that I'm too small to play it or something like that, but I think it's a great position, and it's just the physicality for me. I like to be physical, and if I got to run through somebody, I just got to do it. I mean, I love being physical, and it's fun playing running back. Getting a ball and just being able to run and run freely, and just do the things that you do, and not having to worry about anything. But um, what was your next question again?
Yeah, no, that was pretty much it. I mean, just
Uh,
kind of like the hardest part of playing that position and just overall, like, I guess I could ask what a daily routine might look like for a running back because I'm sure it's different for each position in football.
yeah. Yes. The hardest thing about playing a position is probably all the hits that you take, and just even if you don't got the ball, you're still gonna take a beating. But that's probably what the hardest thing about it is. But I mean, if you got to improvise, then you have to improvise, and um, that's really all I can say about that. But a daily routine is a little bit different. You take more of a beating, and at the running back position. So usually, I take an ice bath off after every practice. Um, I make sure I eat right and drink right. Make sure I take care of my body. Use many things like tens unit and stuff like that, and just make sure I'm ready to go for Friday night.
Is there any particular running back in the game, whether the NFL or college, or maybe someone that you watched growing up that you look at and you try to model your game after?
Barry Sanders. I've always grown up watching him.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Crazy fact. Usually before a game, I always watch Barry Sanders highlights before I go out there and play. So yeah, I always looked up to him.
Is there any current running backs that maybe you look at in the NFL or in college? Maybe anyone currently?
B. John Robinson. Yeah.
Bijan, I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
I
Yes, sir.
absolutely love it, man. The Falcons are struggling as a team right now, but I
Yeah.
know he's doing great things for them for real.
Yes,
And
sir.
he was really good at Texas and everything, so that's a good choice right there, man.
Yes, sir.
And then last question I'll ask you, just talk about your faith in the Lord. What has he meant to you personally? What has he meant to your family to get you to where you are in your football journey and really just in life?
It means a lot to me. I mean, I know I can't do anything without him. He's been through the center of everything, center of my family, center of me. Every time I put God first, I make sure I pray before the game and just make sure that he pray. I pray for my whole team and myself and even the other team. He's just he means a lot to me, and I know that without him, I can do anything that I do now. And even if I wasn't doing the things that I was doing now, I would still have him in my life because he is the best thing that you need in your life. And no matter what, he's always going to be there for you, and he's going to be the person to pick you up and just help you through anything, even though you might not see him or feel him. But sometimes you could, if depends on it. But you still feel his presence, and you still be able to. He still picks you up and comforts you, and just make sure you're okay. And that's something that nobody else would do for you, but Jesus will. And no matter what, I'll always love him, and he will always be in the center of everything that I do.
That's amazing. Isaiah, thank you for this, but I do have to ask, as you continue on throughout the season and high school football and everything, what's next for you as you continue to go forward? And again, this is Isaiah Stevens out of Sheridan, Arkansas, a 2027 running back.
Next to continue going forward, just making sure I do the right things, work hard, especially during the off season this year. Try and put a little bit more weight on during the off season, and just make sure we have a great run, a great team next year, and just prepare for next year and get everything right. Watch film for sure. Um, just make sure I got everything right, and I'm ready to play next year and show my talents again and put God through everything first that I do.
That's awesome. This is again Christian Ballard with Ballard Sports Media talking to Isaiah Stevens. I apologize.
Yes, sir.
Um, Dude, love and appreciate you for doing this. This means a
Yes,
lot,
sir.
and I hope to watch highlights of you, and hopefully you make it big time in college. We'll be calling your name on ESPN for sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I got to work my way up there, but I hope to get there and be calling your name someday.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.